Hi everyone, this is the Yesteryear Antiques program video series, and our main topic in this series is going to be the list object. And basically the list is like an array, only better. It's from one of the collection classes in the .NET Framework class library. And see, the limitations with arrays are if they don't resize. Like if you exceed the size of an array, you basically are going to crash your program if you don't catch that exception. Or if you need more space, you're kind of stuck with the size of an array. If you need to delete an item or remove an item from the array, unless you're removing from the end of the array, it's really not an easy. You have to write an algorithm to kind of remove all the elements. So they're just very inelegant for situations where you have to add a lot of items or remove items, and the size is always in flux. So the list is much better, and it's, as I said, like an array in that you're storing multiple objects, but it's so much easier to work with if you want to add new objects, you want to remove objects. You can do this with just a couple of lines of code very easily and not have to worry about the size of the list. It will resize itself without any intervention on your part at all if you exceed the size. So they're really, really nice. And even though it's considered an advanced topic that we cover in the second semester, it's really, they're easier than arrays. So this will be like a breath of fresh air. So you've really paid your dues with arrays, and now here's something even better that you can use. And it'll be with us for the rest of the semester. I also want to do a quick printing refresher in this video. And I'm going to introduce the point object. This is not an important topic for us, but it's something that you might be interested in. A point object is like a little object with X and Y coordinates. And you know we use X and Y coordinates in our printing. So the point object might come in handy, and it's something that you're welcome to use. Okay, so let me show you the demo app. This is an antique shop. I'll go ahead and run it real quickly. And on the surface, the front end here, it's just going to look like every other application that we've done in this class, where we have kind of a shopping type of example. And it's taking a while to start here. So basically, we have an item class, which represents an item in the store, and I'll point that out behind the scenes. But here's the storefront. And I can browse through the antiques, nothing new for you. The thing is, behind the scenes here, this is a list. It's not an array of items, it's a list of items. And so it makes it a lot easier to add shopping cart functionality, because as I mentioned, when we're adding and removing, we can add those and remove them from a list, which will resize itself and just handle the adding and the removing so much more nicely. Okay, so for example, let me buy a few things here. I'm going to buy these mugs, and I will go ahead and buy this tin and the teapot, maybe the briefcase, coin purse, and how about this toffee tin here? So notice I have a running total in the corner here, and just kind of keeping track of all the prices. And let's say, you know what, that's getting a bit high. I think I'll remove some of these. Maybe I'll remove the teapot. Just go ahead and remove that. The price is adjusted. And this is a list box, but behind the scenes, the cart is represented as a list, a typed list. And that's why it's so easy to just remove an item and not have to think about it. Okay, so now I'm going to check out. I'll show you the print page. There it is behind there. And this is new for us. We haven't done this type of grid layout, but you're welcome to try it. You have, I'm using a list of type point behind the scenes to keep track of X and Y coordinates, which makes it a little easier, a little more elegant to do a grid layout like this. So I'll show you that code. And I think I'll just stopping this video here, and then in the next video I will go ahead with the just looking at the code and explaining some of the code.